If you are over 40, you have little or no savings, no investments, and you're worried that life has passed you by, watch this video. The next 20 minutes could completely change how you think about money and your future. Welcome back to Fooby Finance, where we help ordinary Nigerians find profitable businesses, make informed investment decisions that helps them embark on building lasting wealth through practical financial education. There is a dangerous lie that many people believe after turning 40. I have missed my chance at life. I'm too old to start all over again, or even to start building wealth. I'll just manage my life till retirement. If you have ever had those thoughts, you're not alone. Maybe you spent your younger years taking care of your parents, putting your younger ones through school, started raising children before thinking about yourself. Maybe you lost your job. Probably your business collapsed, or even inflation wipes out everything you have saved. I should have started at 25. Well, while that is true, the next best time is today. Or let's say no one taught you about financial education. Whatever brought you here, hear me carefully. Being over 40 is not your biggest problem. Staying financially stagnant is. Your age does not determine your financial future. Your decision from today does. I was encouraged to make this video because I've had consultations with a number of Nigerians and they feel stuck. They feel like life over 40 brings them back to memory and they do not like what they're seeing. They are afraid of what the future holds. You are not alone. This video is for you. This video is divided into 8 sections to help you move ahead immediately. So let's go into section 1. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. One of the fastest ways to destroy confidence is comparison. You see someone, probably your colleague, your old schoolmate, driving a new SUV. Another person just built a mansion. You hear someone say, I became a millionaire before 30. Some people will even tell you, at 35, I've had 4 buildings of my own. Suddenly you feel like you have failed. But here is what you don't see. You do not see who has inherited wealth. You don't see who borrowed money. You don't know who is drowning in debt. You don't know who started 10 years before you. Everyone's timeline is different. And your responsibility is not to catch up with everyone. Your responsibility is to become better than you were yesterday. Here is how I see it. It's like everyone getting into a bus. At the point of entering that bus, you are all coming from different destinations. And you enter that bus. At one point or the other, somebody would alight and then another does until you get to your final destination. For some, you started together, but you're going different ways. They stopped at their own destination. You may never meet again. You may even meet in future and they are doing much better or even much worse. It is not your responsibility to compare your own story to theirs. You might just be on chapter 5 of your page and they are already on chapter 35. You see why it's dangerous for you to compare yourself to them. Your responsibility, what you owe yourself, is to become better than you were yesterday. Section 2. Your greater asset is not money. People think their biggest problem is capital, but it's not. Your biggest asset after 40 is experience. That is what sets you apart from the younger ones. That is what sets you apart from others. That is why where I come from, they say, if a child has clothes as much as an adult, you can never have rags as much as an adult. You have made mistakes. You have learned from those mistakes. You have worked either 9 to 5 or a business. You have met people. You have learned. You have developed skills. Experience shortens the learning curve. That is why your experience matters more than money. A 45-year-old accountant can build a consulting business faster than a fresh graduate. Forget AI. As much as AI is important, there are skills that are necessary to help AI function properly. And that is why you are relevant. You can work hand in hand with younger ones of this generation to build something epic, to find your journey back to your financial future. Any nurse can start a medical supply business at 45 or at 20. But what will set them apart is the experience of a 45-year-old nurse. As long as you do not stop learning, keep riding on updates, you can never become irrelevant. It is those who have refused to learn, who have failed to learn, that will continue to wallow in their own self-pity. Because people respect and trust those who have experience, it would not be right for you to underestimate what you already know. Take for instance, if I meet a doctor of 45 years old and I meet a young doctor of 25 years old. I would rather go with a doctor of 45 years old because experience matters. It would not just use AI alone to solve my problems. And that is why you are still very relevant, even in this technology-driven economy. Section 3. Forget overnight wealth. One mistake people over 40 make is trying to overcompensate to recover lost time by chasing unrealistic returns. I've had sessions like that. A man over 40, around 50 something, asking me about cryptocurrency. At that point, that is not what you need. So I go into discussions with them, trying to identify their needs, trying to know who they are, what they have, their experiences, helping them see where they can harness their own opportunities. And this has helped a lot. If you do not know, we engage in one-on-one consultations with our clients, whether home or abroad, and we have had good reviews for them. When people feel behind, they are more likely to fall for scams. And scammers bank on this. It is a well-proven fact because these people are desperate to catch up. So if you already feel that, oh, you're failed, you do not want to fail your children, you do not want to fail yourself, you don't even want to see yourself behind, when you get to that point where you have to account for your life, you are likely to start making decisions that would enable you catch up. Hence, people on the other end of the game feed on your desperation because that is exactly what scammers and fraudsters exploit. If someone or any advertisement or any consultant promises you extraordinary returns with little or no risk, be cautious where you're thinking cap. Because if you have been following this channel, Fooby Finance, you would already learn that investments carry risks and high returns is never a guarantee. So what are we saying in essence? Your financial return should be built on sound decisions, not desperation. You can acquire AI relevant skills, read books, pay for consultation. You will be shocked that the next small business around you is what will make you leave that point of desperation to start earning steadily and get back on your journey to lasting wealth. Section 4. Build more than one source of income. If you are over 40 and relying on only one salary, you are already taking a significant risk. If you've been following this channel, you know that already. I know that. We've spoken about it time and time again. You never rely on one source of income. Ask yourself, if your employer lets you go tomorrow, how long can you maintain your current lifestyle? 1 month? 3 months? That is why it is important. I cannot stress it enough. It is so important to develop additional income stream. For example, consulting based on your professional expertise. You are already a sales director. You know much about selling products and delivering. You can start consulting on that. Talk to HR companies. Talk to outsourcing companies. They can help you. Create a YouTube channel like I'm doing now. Create a TikTok channel. You're a lawyer. Probably you're a charge and bill lawyer. Let them call you charge and bill. No problems. Open a TikTok account. Start talking about topics that Nigerians are interested in. A lot of Nigerians do not know about the law because it is written in books. And some Nigerians do not like to read books. So talk about these points. Whether you make it controversial or not, that's not our business. All we know is we want information from you and we are getting it. We digest it and we start paying you when it is relevant. We start paying you as long as we find value. But first, give it out freely so that eventually it comes back as an investment to you. You can also sell digital products such as guides since you are experienced in a particular field. If you know how to cook, you can create a cookbook. Talk about cooking. Talk about mama's recipe. Create templates. You know something about tailoring. Create sketches, designs. You can even start a service business. I spoke about some businesses you can start with 200,000 naira, 500,000 naira in my previous videos. Go and check those videos. You will definitely find something that suits your need. You can also invest in long-term growth. You can teach a skill you already possess. Is it cooking? Is it cleaning? Is it tailoring? Is it auditing? Is it air making? Is it plumbing? Whatever skill you must have, you can share details about them on social media, build an online presence, that is a personal brand, and you can start making money off it. Section 5. Invest even if you feel late. Many Nigerians feel that investment is only for young people, and that is not true. True, time matters, but disciplined investments still have value later in life. For example, if you consistently invest every month into diversified assets for the next 15 to 20 years, you can still build meaningful wealth. The key is consistency and reinvestment. I have videos on investment. If you're done with this video, Do well to watch those videos. It will give you a guide. And I also have a book on seller, Beginner's Guide to Nigerian Stock Market Investing. Do well to read that book. It will guide you as to how to invest in Nigerian stock. What are the things you should look out for? How to check the trajectory of stocks before investing in them. Please focus on investments you understand. If you don't understand stock and you want to invest in stock, either you engage us in a one-on-one consultation or you think meaningfully. What are the household things that I know that people use often? What are those products in my house that I use very well? One of it could be Microsoft. I use Microsoft a lot. Google is something I use a lot. Google is the owner of YouTube. So I'll surely invest in Google because I'm going to support the business that pays me, right? What about household items like soap, deodorant, sugar? There are so many things you can even think of in your kitchen. Milk. What about banks? What are the banks that people use more often? Think about it. Networks that people use more often. Those are the places you look at and then you start investing your money. You are going to be seeing a lot of videos on social media talking about investment. It has even died down now. A lot of people were really pumping videos out about investment that they do not even understand. Avoid following every trend. They will tell you invest in so stock. Oh, these are the stocks I'm investing in this month. And you would think that that is the stock you should invest in because so person is investing in them. That is just their personal opinion. Because if it goes wrong, you have them to blame for it. And they might have their own positioning into the market. They might have their eyes on a particular goal. Or there's a plan they have made in investing in this stock, that stock to cancel out. You do not know that. So don't just do follow. Learn before you invest. There are videos online now. Thanks to AI, thanks to platforms like YouTube, TikTok that talks about these things. You can see people posting content about investment. You can learn. There are free tools and there are paid courses. You can also buy ebooks. Section 6. Learn a high income skill. Or do you think you're too old to learn a skill right now? If your income hasn't grown in years, ask yourself a difficult question. Has my skills grown? The market will always reward value. So you need to consider some developing skills like sales. If you go to any organization, they will always take people in the sales department. Not because it is easy, but if you have your skill at it, they will hire you. Digital marketing, that is another hot cake right now. And it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Business consulting, AI productivity tools, data analysis. Yes, you can do it. Who says you can't? Financial planning, proposal writing, project management, copywriting, procurement. Just one valuable skill can make your earning potential become exponential, which is more than waiting years for your annual salary increment. Section 7. Protect what you build. Building wealth is only half of the journey. Protecting it is equally important. Because any fool can make money, but only the wise sustain it. So as your finances improves, because it will if you actually follow the steps that I'm talking about in this video. Maintain an emergency fund. What is an emergency fund? Money that sustains you every month. If that money is 100,000 naira, times it by 6, that is at least for 6 months. Maintain it in your account. So that is 600,000 naira. So before anything else, raise an emergency fund. That is 600,000 naira, which is just an example, will be in your account in a high yield savings account. Then you start saving for other things. Avoid unnecessary debt. If you are not using that debt to make more money, don't bother taking it. Now, insurance is very important. Get an appropriate one where it fits your situation. Don't say I did not tell you. Create a will. You're already over 40. Anything can happen. Or you're thinking, oh, how much do I have? Like I told you, when you already start making more money, following the steps in this video, you get your emergency fund, you start saving, and you start making money. It is important you start acquiring some things, and you must create a will or an estate plan. Keep proper financial record. That is one thing that will lack in this part of the world. New one, you have to stay compliant with taxes and regulations where applicable. From September 2026, you need to start filing in your tax. Because many people only focus on making money and they ignore protecting that money. That is why despite all the monies they had when they were alive, their children will suffer. Either the bank inherits their money that they have saved so hard for, their relatives come for their property, their friends inherit the property they secretly told only their friend about and did not tell their spouse or their children. In the end, it's your children and your loved ones that will suffer for it. So protect that money that you have worked so hard for. Section 8 is your 10-year window. Imagine you're 45 today. By 55, what could life look like if you increase your income, save consistently, invest regularly, build a profitable side business, continue learning? That is so key. Avoid scams. Don't try to be greedy or too smart for your own self. Stay disciplined. 10 years can completely transform your financial life. If you are starting over 40, don't waste your energy regretting the past. Use that energy to build your future. Nobody needs perfection. You just need a plan. You don't need luck, because luck doesn't work, but prayer does. I know, because I am there. You need consistency. You don't need to become rich overnight, although I know you secretly wish it. You need to become financially stronger every year, no matter how little. Remember this again. Your age is not your limitation. Your financial habits are. The future belongs to those who decide that today is the day they stop making excuses and start making intentional progress. If this video encouraged you, share it with someone over 40 who believes it's too late to start building wealth. Subscribe to Fooby Finance, like this video, and I'll see you in my next video.